Hey, good afternoon everyone. My name is Ram Dhamija and welcome to my channel. Today is 30th of January and I shall take you through how the expiry was today and what is in store for the next week. So it was a very comfortable expiry today, and the thing was that there were a lot of expiries today for Nifty, Banknifty, Nifty and so on and so forth. So all NSE indices were expiring today, and I think this was the first time this was happening. And it was quite simple actually today. So from the start the cues were all positive, and the open interest was fairly balanced at about 1 for about 15 crore calls, 15 crore puts, so it was evenly balanced. And there was something very interesting that happened today that I will take you through what happened in the straddle prices today. So that was something that was very different, but apart from that it was a very smooth expiry, and it was a good expiry. So apart from the small scare in the morning for Nifty, I don't think there was anything major the whole day. It was just easy, smooth decay, quite completely unlike what happened on the Tuesday, wherein there were all sorts of volatile movements across. So this is how the chart for Nifty is looking, and this is the 14th day. We are back in the same range that I had been talking about. So as you can see, this was the range that was first formed somewhere around 14 days back and around 13th of January, yeah, and we are still in that range, 23,000 to 23,500. We briefly broke it on 27th of Jan, but then the very next day we came back. So we are still in this range. This range is definitely going to get broken. 14 days is a lot of time to be in this range, and the trigger is going to be budget. So Saturday or Monday, in fact Saturday only, I think this range should get broken, and Monday will be a follow through for that. So that is my reading of the market, and the same thing goes for Bank Nifty as well. Bank Nifty, the range was not formed on 13th because the candle was low, but it is still trading in the similar range. So on the high it goes to about 49,600, and on the low it went to about 47,800. So this is again a 2,000 3,000 point range, wherein Bank Nifty has also been there for last 14 days. So this either is going to go up or break down. Chances are for Bank Nifty it looks like it's going up because there has been a lot of positive momentum, but we'll have to see. It will be totally dependent on the budget. So the interesting thing that I wanted to talk to you about today was this is the straddle. If you see, this is the straddle price, and there was quite a linear decay in straddle. So it opened at around 280-90 points odd for Nifty, and yeah, this is where it is. So this is showing 247, but if I put it on a 1 minute, it'll show 280. The first tick was 280, 290, and from there it actually went down, and it's been quite a linear decay. And if you see the straddle chart for Bank Nifty, it has been an even smoother decay. The straddle opened at somewhere around 590. Again, this is because this is 15 minutes, so it's showing 475, but it opened at somewhere. So you can see the kind of decay that happens. It opened at 590, and within the first 15 minutes it was at 475. Then within the first 30-35 minutes it was at 350. So it was a complete linear decay. And the interesting thing that I was telling you about was today at during midday, both Nifty and Bank Nifty straddles were trading at the same price, and then after 10-15 minutes actually Nifty straddle was trading at a higher price than Bank Nifty straddle. So this was something which is very weird. I have never seen this kind of a thing happen on expiry day, but that is what it was, and it actually made a lot of sense for people to shift their positions from Bank Nifty to Nifty, because the risk reward was so much better, and you also will get more units for Nifty. So once the decay happened in Bank Nifty positions for me, once the stop profit hit, I immediately changed them to Bank Nifty and to Nifty, and there was a higher realization there as well. So funny things do happen in the market from time to time, and we have to kind of live with that. Now comes the interesting one. Now this is the straddle chart for next week for Nifty. It opened at about 700 and it is at 644. So there has been some decay that's come in. Okay, and I'm expecting this to be around 520 points on the budget day, which basically means that there are two things. There's about 100 odd points which is still left in this for budget if it opens at 500. So, or otherwise it will open higher, because if the decay doesn't come in tomorrow, because it's just have now one more day left. But this is what the straddle price is. trading at 640. So 640 is pretty decent premium, but we have seen that on budget day, if even 5% moves come in. So we have to be prepared for all those things. Now, Sensex, in terms of its open interest, in terms of its straddle price, it opened at about 2000 and it has decayed to about 1920. So 2080 to about 1920 is about 160 points odd. It's decayed, which is a good decay, but it is also very highly priced just because of the budget. And all of this is going to melt on Saturday. So you're going to see that 1 DTE on Monday, this might be closer to about 800 points. So there's going to be a 1000-point decay in this as well on the budget day. So of course the decay, the theta is there, but how to realize that theta is going to be very, very important. Now coming to the open interest for next week, for Nifty, it is the total number of calls are 5.46 versus 3.91 crores. PCR is at 0.7, but we know that this doesn't hold too much significance because this can change any moment on budget day. So, but this is how it is positioned right now. So people are not very bullish, but this can change within a fraction of a second. This PCR doesn't matter really during very high big event days, unless the PCR is very strong, but it's just the start of the week. So we'll see tomorrow. I will analyze, if we can decode something, how positions are being built and so on. Now, coming to how the international cues are right now as we speak. So international cues are all fine. Yesterday, the Fed did not cut the interest rate. It kept it same. So which was all right. I mean, because it was 100%. As I had told you in my earlier video as well, that it was already factored in that Fed is not going to cut the rates. Now coming to how the international cues are. So S&P VIX, as you can see, is down about 4%, which is great. US 10-year is down at 4.5, which is very good. Nasdaq futures are up, which is good. Bitcoin is above 105,000 US dollars, which is again good because this indicates how much liquidity is there in the system. Dollar index is closing 108, which is not great, but it's okay. Brent is 75, which is very good. So it has come down a bit. Our currency is same at 86.5 and gold is touching all-time high. So international cues are exactly what they were. There's not too much of a change. Now coming to the heat maps, how the heat maps are looking. This is the Nifty 50 heat map. There were some losers and some gainers, like Tata Motors was down 7.6% after the results. Adani was down 2.5. BEL was up 3.8. Infi was up 1.7. Trent was up minus 2.8. So I think Tata Motors was the highlight for Nifty 50. Now coming to Nifty next, this is how it looks like. So ABB is down minus 6.6. IRFC is plus 3. Bajaj Holding was minus 1.9. And Indigo was down minus 2. So nothing major over here. But over here, this is the Nifty 500. There were a lot of these names which actually went down a lot. So for example, today CAMS actually went down a lot. It was down about 8%, and all the capital market plays were down big time. So that is a problem which is continuing. Like CAM, you can see, is 8% down, and Nuvama was down 4.3%. In Persistent was down. Oracle Finance was down. Paytm was down minus 5%. So a lot of names took the hit in terms of the broader markets as well. Now coming to where do we go from here? Again, all eyes will be on the budget day. So budget is going to determine the direction of the market, as I have said before also. And I don't think I'm going to take positions tomorrow because it might be very volatile. So for me, January kind of ends, and it ends on a good note today, thankfully. This week has been flat, but January will close at around 3% for me, which is very, very satisfying because I was very scared of January 28th to 30th, but thankfully that has passed. That has been my experience, that it is typically a very rough period. So January is good. The year is good. I will share my yearly P&L also in some time. Of course, I will not share the numbers, but I will share the percentages just to give an idea to my followers what exactly one can expect from certain indices, because my systems are highly optimized now, and my way of trading is that I try to minimize the risk. So you will get a sense of by let's say having a 2 or 3% drawdown, what is the kind of returns that one can generate? Because I don't believe in 100% return and 20% drawdown and that kind of a system. My system is fairly conservative, because with increased capital you have to be conservative, otherwise you'll be out of the game soon. So yeah, so Jan is at 3%, so that is a very satisfying experience. So that's it from me now, and I shall see you tomorrow. If you like my content, please do subscribe, please do share the video with your friends, and please do leave your comments in the comment box. I do read them and I do answer them also, and I feel nice when people connect with me. So that's it from me now. Take care. Bye bye.